Alright, so this is day number 2 on this little side project. Got these 2x4 support boards down, and on top we got these 1x6s. And the idea was to basically create this little footbridge from the sidewalk area into the pool house enclosure. And so at first I was gonna do these boards a little bit closer together, but then because at the front and then at the back there's going to be mostly just rock, I didn't want it to look kind of too out of place. So the idea now is that you have a little bit more space in between each board, and basically everywhere that you see the landscape fabric is going to be gravel. So the same Black Star 5/8 gravel that's around the rest of the site. And so basically this whole area is going to get filled in between is going to get filled in, so you'll have almost like a floating wood bridge, but in reality it has a full support system, and that was the idea, so that when people are walking across, the boards don't move, and then it can also take the weight of a wheelbarrow that's loaded down. So yeah. Alright, so the boards are all nailed down, and they got a little coat of waterproofer, so they're already pressure treated, but an extra coat of waterproofer should make them last even longer. They got screws. This first board is actually at a little bit of an angle, just to help with any transition of like a wheelbarrow going up the deck. And so the next step is going to be to fill in these gaps and fill in this whole area with gravel. Alright, so starting to put gravel down, and it just really, color of the gravel and the wooden boards really just brings everything out. It looks really good. Alright, so back with another side project. I actually wanted to reuse this old wooden planter. Of course, it's pretty old, kind of falling apart, and could easily, probably wouldn't support the weight of soil and rock. And so basically I ended up building this this inner part using pressure treated scrap that we had left over, just 1x6s, and built this little crate. It's actually has a bottom to it, so the pressure treated lumber is also on the bottom. And so basically built this crate, then lined it with fabric. It's all one layer, and then at the bottom there's holes drilled all the way through, and then you basically put a layer of rock to kind of cover up the holes and hopefully prevent them from getting plugged. And next step is to fill it up with some soil. And you got a planter. You never know what you're gonna find in rocks. Looks like we actually got a fossil. Alright, so check this out. We got a little mini project. Ended up getting this from a buddy who's a plumber and didn't actually need it, and I was like, well, I might be able to find a use for it. So I ended up having these fence pickets that were left over I didn't use, and just kind of sitting out for a couple months, gave them a nice little curve around the edge. And so I decided to cut them up and attach them to this container and this is going to be a nice little planter that you can move around to basically wherever you need it. And it's going to have this this look. Kind of looks like a little wooden barrel or something. And just kind of trying to use what I have and trying to be creative and figuring out how I can use everything. And yeah, it's actually going to turn out pretty cool. Okay, so I can't even make this up. I had 3 of those 8-foot picket fence boards, and just cut them 14 inches tall because that was what was going to cover this. And I had exactly what I needed, and I didn't have to trim or cut any of the boards. I mean, that's crazy. Just worked out like that. And then I've got these 2 pieces over here for a planter. I have to add them to the corner bracing, but yeah, it's crazy. It worked. I didn't measure, I didn't do anything, I just cut it and just started screwing them in. Exactly what I needed. Crazy. Alright, so I don't know where I'm gonna end up putting this thing. I just kind of put it there to see how it looked. I don't know if I want to figure it out, if I want to put it somewhere where it'll just drain right into the ground, or maybe put some rock at the bottom, punch out a couple holes so that it drains just right there. Didn't really see anywhere else to kind of put it. I think we're kind of getting close to capacity. Didn't really want to put anything over there. That north side is done. Got those planters over there. I didn't really want to put it in that corner because we got the tree there, and that section's just a little grass section, and then we got drains and stuff over there. I don't know, I think I kind of like the look of that, and kind of flows as you'll have stuff growing here, have something there, then you'll have the aquaponics in that back corner. I think that kind of actually looks pretty good. I don't want to fill it up with dirt just yet, just in case someone wants to move it, or might as well wait until we know it's going to stay there before I fill it up with dirt. But yeah, and that's a little small project that adds some character to the space.